Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Cold.
I'm not
Very
able to. I'm
cold.
not able to see you. Is that the way it works?
I don't know. I
I
can
don't
see
know.
you and I can
I
see my.
I
Okay.
can see only myself. Okay.
Okay.
So,
This is Miss Neeti Manga. She
hello
is a
everyone.
faculty with the leather department, and she's an alumnus of the department as well. So she
Yes.
knows the department as a student, and now the way it has developed as a department with specialization. So maybe why should choose leather?
Sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say? Can you repeat the
Why
question,
should
please?
people choose leather?
Why should students choose leather? That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, leather design. I am an alumni of the leather design department, like you rightly said. My name is Neeti Banga. Hello, everyone. Very good morning. And this is the actually the only department which is offering a very all-round kind of a gamut of areas. Like we are doing apparel, we are doing footwear, we are doing accessories, we are doing goods, and students are learning from soft goods to hard goods. They are able to do corporate gifting, luggage, home decor. They've worked on furniture. So many categories where they have worked with the industry because of the inputs they are getting, and they're able to get careers and jobs in these areas and make collections in these areas.
Mm.
So, and ma'am, they are able to join export houses, which is the grassroots. They're able to join the buying houses because we teach them merchandising and all the skills regarding that. They're able to join the retail brands. They're learning about branding, marketing, and luxury is one of our core subjects which we are teaching. So they're also able to join the luxury industry because they have a good understanding of it. It's one of the majors.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. One other thing I would like to add is that many of our students go for masters later, in luxury management and other areas. And the inputs they get, it helps them to even crack the seed exam of IIT or NIDs. And they have gone there successfully and joined their courses to, take their education another level.
Right, right. So, I mean, is it true that pure leather industry is a luxury industry?
See, ma'am, leather, as people may not be aware, it is actually a byproduct of the meat industry. And
Right,
what leather industry is doing, it is using the waste of meat industry and making it into a very beautiful and luxurious material. Why
right,
it is more of luxury and expensive is because it's natural, it's rare, it cannot be duplicated, and it is very breathable, flexible kind of material. And because of its, kind of the fact that it's not, we cannot manufacture it, we can only tan it and make it into a leather. But in
right.
today's world, every person nearly owns leather footwear. They own watches with leather straps. They would own handbags, so many handbags, you know. So it is a part of our life. Our tabletop accessories, we have furniture made of leather. So it is a part of our life. It is, and it can be in different price ranges also. Though, of course, it's a very luxury material. We know brands like Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Salvatore Ferragamo, Bottega Veneta, they're pure leather brands, right?
Yeah.
But the interesting
And
thing,
in
ma'am,
India, of course, have the high design and the
yes,
Damilanos.
in India, definitely our high design Damilano, we have, Liberty, Bata, Woodland,
Yeah.
so many brands. We have our own students' brands like Chalk Studio, So many of our students have started their own brands. There's another one called STEM, which is all about handcrafted
Yes,
luxury
of
apparel and also
course.
bags.
Mm.
And the interesting thing is, ma'am, even jewelry is being made in leather. So students are using the waste leather, because very interestingly, there are three, Monica ma'am also said we have a concept of deepening specializations. So what happens is the students have some major subjects where they're specializing and everybody is learning them. Apparel is one of that.
Mm.
But we have overall, our deepening specializations are subjects which are offering different pathways to students
Mm.
as career pathways.
Mm.
So few years back, what happened? Students could choose between product and footwear. But we
Yes.
have realized because of the dynamic nature of the industry and inputs from industry, we
Mm.
have realized that it's important that the students are all rounded. They should know
Right,
footwear and product both.
right, right.
Because for example, a brand like High Design, it will do everything. A brand like Bata does bags and shoes. So, they
Right.
would want leather professionals who know apparel, who know garments, who know footwear, who know shoes, who knows
Mm.
bags, and so many things. So what we have done is our current, DS deepening specializations are user-centric design, which means
Mm.
inclusive design or human-centric design. The
Right.
second one is called as sustainable design, where the students are understanding the concepts of sustainability, they're understanding upcycling, recycling, reusing, how to use these concepts and create products, apparel and garments and footwear. Then third one, very interesting, is the handmade and luxury design. Now here the students are working with designers, they're working with artisans, live interactions with artisans who come over to our campus, or students go there also, and they're learning all how to handle leather and leather-like materials and give them nice textures and use traditional handicraft techniques, but maybe modernize the silhouettes or the products and make them a luxury product which is hand done like a couture. Even draping and corsetry are part of this handmade and luxury DS. So all these three Ds, the user-centric, sustainable, and handmade and luxury, they are making the students very adept to work in any kind of environment, be it export house, be it a merchandise as a merchandiser or designer, be it a buying house, be it a retail, or start their own brands. So it makes them it really empowers them. And ma'am, one more thing I would like to say, leather design, the name is leather design, but seeing how the industry has grown over the last years, I'm teaching from 15 years. We have seen that the brands are not doing just leather, they're doing leather-like material, vegan leather, they're using PU, they're using leather made from banana, they're using leather made from mushroom. So many interesting Pinatex materials are coming which are leather-like materials, and we have subjects like, non-leather studies, where they're doing non-wovens, they're understanding textiles, they're understanding how to combine leather with all these materials, because they have to be going with the trends. They cannot limit themselves just to leather. They understand textiles. They first learn to make everything in a fabric. Then they start making in these materials because it's an expensive material, a rare material. Right.
I think also this, in fact, there were one or two questions also coming on that, if you do not touch leather, or you are a belief pattern that you say that, okay, no to leather, then will you really fit into a course like?
Ma'am, to be very honest, see, people have to come out a little of this misconception, because like I said, it's a byproduct of the meat industry, and animals are not really killed for the leather. But I understand in certain communities, the students are not even, they don't want to even touch leather or be near leather. So I would suggest it is not really a very fit course for them, because to be honest, when you're doing something, you should love the material.
Right.
Though they're always free to do their final collections and products in non-leather. They can use Rexine, PU, vegan leather, they can use faux leather, faux fur, anything. We don't stop them from that. We don't force them that you have to do leather. But they should know the process. For that, they might have to visit a tannery. They might have to handle the material. So, they should get over these things. They should be a little more open-minded in their thinking. But in case they're not able to do it, I would suggest don't make yourself uncomfortable. You have to love the course, you have to feel it, you have to enjoy it. You don't want to, have certain restrictions. So think about it. Think about that definitely. You can always come and meet us in the campus and clarify your doubts if you want. We are always there.
Okay. One interesting thing, of course, about our leather program in NIFT is the fact that it is dealing with product, interiors, footwear, and garments. Isn't that correct?
Definitely, ma'am. Students if you've seen the recent collections, the students are doing home decor. They're making cushions. They're making beautiful wall art of leather. They're making floor rugs and carpets using leather patching and, textiles. They've made leather tiles also. Students have even made leather tiles. They're doing complete.
Students a few years ago had done the interior of a luxury vehicle or something also, no? The car seats.
So, yes, ma'am. He had worked with a car company and he had done the luxury seating, because most of the luxury cars use pure leather. It adds on to their branding and value, and they're charging a great price, so people want to have pure leather. So there's a different kind of leather, upholstery leather, which is used for such kind of industry. And it's very important that, so wherever the students want to go, we have a lot of connections. Like most of our teachers in the leather department are alumni, or they're from the fashion industry or NIFT, and they have worked they have experience of 22, 25 years, even more. Our chairperson is here from the very beginning of this.
How big is the industry in India? Leather.
Ma'am, it's very big. If you can see, especially the footwear, if you say, footwear is one of the biggest, and products, because if you go to Agra, it's a complete hub of, small goods and even footwear. You know,
Correct.
there are, Kolkata is completely Shantiniketan or those mini handcrafted products. Delhi and northern areas and even South, Chennai, Bangalore are all about apparel factories. You know,
Right.
so we have a mix everywhere. It's a very spread out industry. You know, leather is made mainly in Kanpur and, other tanneries, like even in near vicinity of Delhi also we have areas like Kanpur and all. Or if you go south, Chennai is one of the major hub. We have tanneries in Bangalore. So, all over, you can see even in the west or the east also, like Rajasthan has got beautiful handcrafted Javaja. Ajmer is known for his beautiful handcrafted bags. Gujarat, so Kutch. So, we have mirror work, embroidery. The beauty is anything is possible on leather.
Yeah.
You can wash it in the machine.
Hmm.
You can wash it in the machine. You can do tie and dye. We do make students do batik. We make them do cut work. We have etching, laser cutting, printing, painting. So, people are not aware that so much is possible in
Right.
the leather and designer clothes. We have suede, which is very beautiful. And I would say, like, you can make beautiful draped outfits out of suede, like cowl necklines or gowns and tops. We have Napa, which is very shiny and beautiful leather. We have very thick motorcycle jackets,
Oh,
roadies.
yes.
There are brands who are making for roadies, are leather brands, and
Yeah.
we are many export houses from many years who are exporting to all these big leather brands outside.
Yeah.
So there's a different market. There's a whole motorcycle jacket range. There's a whole saddlery range in Kanpur. The whole saddlery industry is running for the equestrian market. So I would say that the scope is really unlimited. It's all about where you want to go. And we have a great network in every part of India and abroad. So we can definitely help our students to do internships and graduation and jobs wherever they want.
Yeah. Yeah. And the question that I asked Dr. Monica also, I'm asking you, what is the kind of, is there, does the course become very expensive for those who are coming from slightly lower socio-economic, not socio, but economic start?
Okay. So, ma'am, as ma'am also said, we definitely have the Sarthak scheme where
Yeah.
they can apply based on
Yeah.
their economic level. It's up to 8 lakhs, I think. If the family income is less than 8 lakhs, they can apply for all these schemes where they get
Right.
up to 100% scholarship also if they're eligible for it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, that is one way it can be helped. Secondly, as I said, they can always use leather like material. We
Right.
don't force them even to make
Right.
swatches. If they have a certain economical issue that they cannot buy pure leather, we don't force them that we just make, maybe we'll just tell them to make maybe a small product where they know how to handle it,
Yeah.
but we would
Absolutely.
definitely allow them to make their swatches and products in leather like material where the visibility would be like a leather.
Yeah.
So, we'll not force them. And I'm sure it's very much possible again in their leather markets near Delhi also, where you can go and buy cheaper leather also. We have contacts with those suppliers. And industry
Right.
people, another great thing, ma'am, our industry people are quite helpful. So if we tell them
Mm.
that our students cannot buy the leather, can you give us some skins? They have been very generous and they have sent us those skins to the college that, this is my spare leather. Tell the students to use it to make their swatches and do a practice. So that way we
That
can always sort out
would be
that
true
issue.
of all of the campuses, right? So every
Yes,
campus
ma'am.
does this also.
Yeah. We have 4 campuses, Raebareli, Delhi, Kolkata, and Chennai, which have leather design. And everywhere there is industry. So these kind of helps in classroom projects and help in terms of helping them to even go to the factory and maybe taking help from their tailors or some machinery if we don't have it in our campus by
Right.
chance. So that all help is definitely there. We try our best to make the experience, very seamless and try to find solutions.
Right. Right. So if there are any questions for leather, you need to ask now because then Neeti ma'am can leave and we'll have both of our alumnus coming. So any questions? I could see a lot of conversation happening on the questions itself. Somebody answering for somebody
Yeah,
else,
I think
kind of.
Miss Naz Joshi is an alumna who's answering a lot of questions. So that's sweet of her, I would say. She's helping out.
It's always nice when an alumnus takes on the
Yeah.
onus to
See, we are
actually
also alumnus,
answer.
ma'am. You and me are also Delhi campus alumnus.
Absolutely.
So we do feel a sort of a very good bonding with our campus. NIFT gives a family feeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, once you come into NIFT, it's not something that leaves you very easily.
Very true.
That is comes
Very
into your
true.
blood.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Neeti. Thanks for spending the time with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Thank you so much.
I'll see you back in Delhi.
Yes.